Welcome back to the Blue Review. No Clinton Yates again today. This dude is in Omaha and he's just busy and he got a lot going on, but I don't know what's
Television's Clinton Yates. He's doing television sort of things. I'm glad. Look, I'll do the Blue Review with you every day. Stay away, Yates.
I'm all about this. I think this is a good little setup. We do this anyway. Right. But the Blue Review is always presented by Los Angeles International Airport, where changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. Trav, last night was a great win for the Dodgers. They got a little lucky, but also Clayton Kershaw was fantastic.
They got lucky in the way that you get lucky in a baseball game. They got lucky where they stayed in a game that was a really tight game, and then they caught a break and they took advantage of it. They got a bad hop that goes over the first baseman's head. They end up scoring a run. Kershaw pitches out of an incredibly tricky spot in the seventh inning. That was literally like, if you're going to put one inning, why is Clayton Kershaw a Hall of Famer? It might be that inning, because we all know he can strike out a bunch of guys, et cetera, et cetera. He gives up a leadoff hit, a double, second and third. You got nobody out. The game's tied. It's hanging in the balance, and he just goes into his bag and gets out of it with nothing. It was brilliant. They had to have it. This is a team that's been struggling. Their bullpen stinks. They've been getting no length out of their starters, and the Hall of Fame guy delivered a Hall of Fame performance.
Every time Kershaw goes to the mound, you feel like, all right, gonna win this game.
Yeah,
I have a really good shot to win this game. This was a vintage Kershaw moment for him, and you love to see it going going over 100 pitches for a dude that is eventually going to go on the IL. I think it was amazing to watch him last night.
I think you bring up a good point. I think he's been their best pitcher this season, full stop.
Yep.
He might be the best pitcher in the National League, full stop. He's been that good
every year.
He's made 22 starts in 2022. He made 22 starts in 2021. He's made 15 starts this season. You're getting to that point where you're really asking him maybe to do a little bit more than he can at this point in his career. And now you're in a weird spot. If you pitch him a bunch, maybe you don't have him by the time the postseason runs around. If you take him out and let him recuperate and let him rest and get ready, maybe you don't get in. They're in a tricky spot with him, but he's been amazing.
I mean, but it's out of necessity. Like you don't have other dudes to throw out there right now. It's Kershaw and Gonsolin, who's kind of still hurt.
Yeah.
Bobby Miller, who had his first down outing, but I think he's going to be just fine.
I do too.
You need Urias to come back. Now, when Urias comes back, maybe you can put him on the IL for a little bit. Like, he's going to go there for a little bit. It's going to happen.
Well, you saw what a difference it makes when you get some length out of your starting pitching. They didn't go to the bullpen until the 8th inning. And I know that in modern baseball, to ask your starter to go 7 innings doesn't happen a lot. But we should be able to get into the 6th inning on a regular basis. At least that should be the goal. And really, Kershaw and kind of sort of Miller maybe are the only two guys that can do that. And they had to have it last night, because tonight against the Angels in Game 2 of the series, they'd probably get in that pen a lot earlier.
Yeah, it's probably going to go with Michael Grove on the mound. He's probably going to get there a little bit faster. He'll give up 4 runs. That's just what he does on every start. But
let's make it 3.
I hope so. 3, but Ohtani's on the mound, and dude hasn't hit a home run. He didn't hit one last night. In a day. He was hitting 45 in the last 10 days, so I assume he's going to do it tonight. So we'll see what goes there. But you talked about the bullpen. And the decision from Dave Roberts to go to Caleb Ferguson, who's a lefty, against 2 right-handed hitters. It was Taylor Ward, Shohei Ohtani, and Mike Trout. 2 of the 3 of those are right-handers, and he's a lefty. We've seen in the past Caleb Ferguson struggle against righties. So did you like that move? Because I wanted Evan Phillips there. I think that
it was a move that paid off. And I think that he was in there to pitch to Ohtani. I think you're picking your poison right there. That you're picking, I understand that Ward and Trout are both, Trout in particular is a very dangerous right-handed hitter, but Ohtani is the guy that you have to deal with first. And if you wanted the left for Ohtani, you're going to have to take this medicine there. I also like the idea of having Evan Phillips pitch the 9th inning. I know that the Dodgers like the fireman role, and I don't hate it. It's not that I'm fundamentally opposed to it. But I think there's something to be said of, if you go into the 9th inning with a lead, there shouldn't be this, I hope we hold on to it. There should be the whole, we're going to win this game. And with Phillips, he's got closer stuff. He looked like a closer last night, comes in, boom, 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 looked great along the way. I like that setup a lot. I did not dislike what they did last night.
I just feel like we don't know what Evan Phillips' role is. Now, this is where I am. If he's the fireman, he's the fireman. He comes in, he does that 1, 2, 3 last night. And then you deal with Ferguson or possibly Gratterall.
Let me ask you this. Once you got through the 8th inning, though, didn't you feel like, okay, we got this one?
Well, yeah, because you got through Trout and Ohtani.
Because you got, and you have your best pitcher available.
Right.
You still have not used your best.
Sure, but you're also, but like I said, he's a lefty that doesn't really do too well, especially on the road against righties. And those were 2 righties in that situation. So, but that's my whole thing with Evan Phillips is, what is his role? Whatever his role is, make it that. If he's the fireman, he's the fireman. If he's the closer, he's the closer. That I just want to know what it is, because he's bouncing around. We see him in the 6th, we see him in the 9th, we see him in the 8th. We don't know what his role is, and so I never can understand what the decision making is if I don't understand his role.
I think if he's comfortable in the role they have him in right now, like to your point where he's kind of all over the place, then okay. And it appears that he's okay with it. You haven't gotten any rumblings that he's not. I think that what you need to do is have everyone in your bullpen understand how they're going to be used on any given day.
Right.
And as long as they do, I think it's okay. I'm kind of swinging back the other way. I like the fireman role, but I would rather see him in the 9th inning, knowing that, hey, look, we got to get through these first 8, however we're going to do it. But if we have a lead, we've seen them blow leads in the 6th inning, 7th inning, 8th inning, 9th inning. It's kind of all over the map. It's not like they just have one problem, but I do like having your best guy available to get those last 3 outs. I do think they're different.
Yeah, I mean, so that's fine. If that's who he is, then great. That's who he is. But all right. So anyway, tonight, Shohei Ohtani on the mound, Michael Grove on the mound. You and I are going to be there. Most importantly,
you and I.
We are going to be there watching the game at the Big A. I have never seen Shohei Ohtani.
Neither have I.
I've never seen Shohei Ohtani hit.
I have seen that.
It's. I brought my glasses because I never bring my glasses because I feel like it's like, a vanity thing.
Yeah.
But I brought my glasses. I'm watching Ohtani.
Okay, so here's the thing. Then maybe we'll do Blue Review again tomorrow,
right?
Because who knows with Yates?
Yeah, who knows?
The thing that the first time I saw that dude with my own 2 eyes, you can't believe how big he is. Yeah, like he throws hard. He hits bombs. He's 6'5" and looks it. Yeah. He is a giant guy, and I can't wait to see him tonight. I'm not an Angel guy. I'm a Dodger guy, but I can't wait to see Ohtani tonight because Ohtani's going to be a Dodger guy next year, like you admit.
That's what I'm saying. Ohtani's going to be here. And by the way, I mean, he is the best player anybody has ever seen in the history of baseball. I think we're at that point with him now.
I don't know if you could say he's the best hitter ever. I don't know if you could say he's the best pitcher ever, but you can say he's the best baseball player ever because he's the best slugger in baseball at the moment. He's one of the best 9, 10, 12 pitchers in baseball.
Yeah.
He's both of those things. He's the best baseball player I've ever seen.
Ever. Period. End of story. Like you say, full stop. All right. That's going to be a full stop for the Blue Review. Thank you very much to LAX. And we'll see you at the ballpark tonight.